Here he is, ladies and gentlemen. It's Sir Andy Murray. Come on out. Great to have you back. Well done. Thank you. Sit yourself down. So the clip we just saw, that was you beating Stan.
Yeah.
Is it Wawrinka, you say?
I go Wawrinka, yeah.
Wawrinka.
Stan, yeah.
Well, obviously, it's a minefield for me, that one.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a risk, me saying that. That was you beating him in October, I think?
Yeah.
And you'd only had the operation in January.
Yeah, end of January I had it, yeah. Exactly.
So that, I mean, I imagine quite a nerve-wracking journey back to get there.
Yeah, it was. I mean, because I didn't have too many people to look at that have had this operation. It's called a resurfacing, hip resurfacing, that I had done in January, and I didn't really have many athletes to look at that had done that and then come back to playing. So I knew there was going to be some risks involved, kind of with coming back, but it's been brilliant. I had zero pain in my hip, and can't believe it really. Didn't expect it.
Well, especially to come back and win.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what's amazing, and that must have been so heartening for you and also for those who supported you, because there was a time when, I mean, it did look like you'd probably have to give up tennis, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, in December of last year, I was pretty much done. I didn't want to play anymore. I wasn't enjoying training. I wasn't enjoying competing. Just walking around the house and stuff was painful. It was waking me up at night and stuff. So yeah, I wanted to stop, and I wanted the pain to be done, and yeah.
Which must have been tough on you, and also tough on your friends, and tough on your family and your young family.
Yeah, I mean, probably my family, my kids, were probably too young to sort of realise how much it was affecting me. But certainly, my wife and my team that are spending all day with me, trying to help me feel better and stuff. So I probably didn't appreciate it so much at the time because I was so consumed with what was going on with my hip and how painful it was that I wasn't giving enough thought to how it must have been affecting them as well. But kind of now that I can reflect on it, now that I've got out of the pain, yeah, it must have been tough for everyone that was around.
Because I imagine you're quite hard to live with anyway, but with a bad hip as well. I think I'm probably right.
Why'd you say that?
Well, because anyone at the top of the game in your line of work, you have to focus on that, don't you? That has to be your primary focus. So I guess they have to accept that that's going to be this huge thing in your life.
Yeah, I'm a pain in the arse.
Yeah.
I know that. But yeah, look, I mean, I've dedicated obviously a lot of time to tennis. It's been my whole adult life.
Yeah.
So these last couple of years when it looked like it was sort of coming to the end, I was probably not that much fun to hang out.
That must have been agony. When you've got something like a joint pain or something like that, you can't think about anything else, can you? Because just getting up and moving. You ever had anything bad like that, Luke?
Yeah, bad a prolapse disc in my neck, which it just came from nowhere, and I couldn't turn my head for 8 months. Yeah, I mean, nothing compared to that, but it was debilitating.
And Storms?
Last night I had a mad headache. Wait.
You see? You see?
It was mad. It was a mad headache.
God bless you for being here.
Yeah, exactly.
God bless you for working through that for us. Andy Murray's incredible story, and it is a remarkable story. You can see in a film called Resurfacing. It's out on Amazon right now. There's a lot of emotion in this film. I'm sure you had a say over what was left in and what wasn't. And it's very revealing.
I didn't watch the film until Monday, until it came out. Yeah, I didn't want to watch it.
Why not?
Because I hate watching myself on TV. I hate how I sound. Well, you guys probably know it's boring listening to me. I got a terrible voice. And
let us be the judge of that.
Okay.
It's not.
And yeah, it's difficult. I just found it difficult to watch. It was a difficult period in my life, and I was pretty vulnerable at the time. I was pretty upset for quite large parts of it, and also I knew if I'd watched it that I would have said, "Oh, change this, take that out." I don't like how I sound there, and I trusted the people that were making it, and the people that had seen it. They said that it was good.
But there are things you talk about in here, especially that difficult period in your childhood, that you talk about in here, which I've never heard you talk about before.
Yeah, and I think that came out kind of when I was actually pretty much my lowest point in December of last year, when it looked like it was going to have to stop. And I'd been asked a couple of times in the month leading up to that by a lady who was making a documentary why tennis was important to me. And I didn't want to say because I well, a little bit embarrassed. I'd never really spoken much about it, and then I sent a voice note to her in December, which sort of explains that, and it's kind of in the film about there was a period in my life where a few difficult things had happened in Dunblane at the school that I was at when I was growing up, and 9-12 months later, my parents got divorced, and then 6-7 months after that, my brother left home to go and train and play tennis. But for me, it was kind of, I just had a lot of questions like around that time, like why was this happening? Didn't quite understand, and talk a little bit about it in the film as well.
I'm a huge fan of tennis, but in particular, I've been a fan of yours since I first saw you play. So I was very excited by it. But I think even if you're not hugely interested, I think you will find this gripping, fascinating, and very moving. Have a look at this. This is Resurfacing. Resurfacing. It's on Amazon. It's an amazing watch. And you really get an insight into Andy and that level of professional. One of the things I very much enjoyed about the film was seeing you reconnect with the game as something which gave you pleasure, over and above the enormous success you've had in it. And so I hope that continues for you. What about your music career? Are you going to carry on with that?
Oh, you're not going to...
Well, it's only because, look, we've got one of the foremost UK grime artists, well, the foremost, I would say. And Andy's done a bit of rapping, Stormzy.
Okay.
Did you know this?
What was the... Play it, are you?
Well, look, we don't have to. It's the Bryan Brothers band. So the Bryan Brothers were a couple of tennis players, yeah? Bob and Mike Bryan. And they put out a song called Autograph.
Yeah.
So how did they get you to rap on it?
I was in a hotel room in Paris, and they basically had asked me, like, the day before, we're doing this song for charity.
It's a charity song. In that
That's
case,
what they
we should
told
play
me.
it. We should play it for the charity. Okay, we don't have to. No, I don't want to play it now because I feel...
go on. It's fine. Go on, it's fine.
During Wimbledon, it really gets crazy. My hand cramps up and my mind gets hazy. I sign and sign, but the line doesn't end. Wake me up tomorrow, let's do it again. Autograph.
I mean, that's not a bad beat.
That's not bad, that.
That's not bad. Andy Murray, rap superstar. It's great to see you back, and congratulations on that being a success, because, man, what an ordeal to go through, and to come back so quickly and win with the whole world watching. What an incredible person. What an amazing athlete. What a great man. Andy Murray, ladies and gentlemen.